I'm Dave from boyinaband.com, and today we'll take a look at Massive, the synth I've used the most from Complete 7 since getting it, and the synth that's finally begun to prise me away from my beloved Thor in Reason. Features and versatility. Massive uses a cool type of wavetable synthesis, with each oscillator providing two different waves. As you can see here, we've got square and saw, pulse and saw, and each of these also have two different waves, and these can be mixed together in slightly different ways. There are 85 of these wavetables available, and each can produce a vastly different sound, depending on how you mix them together with these position, intensity, and bend modes. So I'll show you quickly. Now, one of the things that makes Massive so accessible to drum and bass and dubstep producers particularly are these modulation options down here. We've got envelopes, LFOs, and also, if we open up the LFO here, we can change it to a performer, and we can also have this stepper as well, a nice little step sequencer, and there's 8 of these quickly available. And it's this workflow speed combined with the awesome sounds that make Massive brilliant. Now, the performer patches are my favourite, since they make it easy to make more interesting rhythms than basic wobbles without having to spend eons drawing in envelopes. Check it out, there's also, if we load up the load curve, there's a bunch of different types of shapes that we can just click on and click in, just like that. Whoever came up with this idea deserves a medal and a really delicious toffee cheesecake. Usability. There is a small hurdle getting to grips with it, as with most of the Complete 7 package, but once you understand the basics, you really can do loads with this. In fact, I think the only reason there's a hurdle is because after learning how Massive works, everything is a lot quicker than in other synths I've used. It takes a while to learn how the quicker workflow works, and flows. Okay, so I'll quickly show you how it works. I've loaded up a bass here. Very muted at the moment because I've got this filter cutoff on it. And we're just going to drag this performance patch over to the filter cutoff. Click and drag up or down on that number. We're going to go up, just to define how much it's going to affect the parameter. And then go and have a cup of tea and a slice of mouth-wateringly delicious toffee cheesecake while you think about how long it'd take you to do something like that in another synth. Another thing you'll hear me coming back to over these reviews is the patch browser, if we open that up. Unlike every other synth I can think of, where you either have a huge list of patches with no idea what they sound like, or a huge list of basses, leads, pads, etc. with no idea what they sound like, Native Instruments have gone to the trouble of defining the audible characteristics of the sounds to make it a lot easier to find something close to what you're after. So, if we search for a bass with a metallic timbre, good for drum and bass, and load it up. Blammo. A great starting point for developing your own sound along those lines. Or another quick example, if we go for a synth, a lead one, take off that metallic, and something for dance or trance, and we'll just load up random one. Now that's kablamo. And you can just play with these macro controls as well. So if we bring up that delay and the release, maybe play with the high pass. And that allows you to get something similar to what you want really quickly before delving into any of the stuff in the front panel as well to fix it up to your requirements. Quality. I cannot express how much I like the synths you can make with Massive. They're as powerful and interesting as a well-made toffee cheesecake is sumptuous and satisfying. Now I'll stop babbling for a bit and I'll show you some more sounds. You can get anything from huge Reese and dubstep basses to big electro leads. To ginormous pads. As you may have noticed, it tends to be good for getting large-sounding synths. Funny that. Overall, Massive is an amazing synth. It's just so good for big sounds. The waveforms keep you inspired, and the workflow is my favourite that I've come across for developing complex and powerful synth sounds. As you'd imagine, it makes it perfect for dubstep and drum and bass, which is probably why it's so popular with producers in the genre. And it's so refreshing for a synth this popular to live up to the hype. It's just so well thought out. I've tried out other synths that have some really good sounds, but Massive wins out the majority of the time just because of the speed at which it can make some quality sounds. It really is a heavenly, gratifying toffee cheesecake of a synth that I can't see leaving my go-to soft synths list anytime soon.
If you found this video useful, like it and subscribe to keep up to date with the latest Boy in a Band videos. You can follow me on Twitter at Dave P. Brown. And if you want to improve your production skills, head over to the Boy in a Band forum at boyinaband.com/forum and sign up so you can share your songs, get new fans, and valuable advice on how to improve your productions. Links for that in the description. Cheers for watching and have a nice day.
Delicious toffee cheesecake.